Is this brown town cheating?
Yeah. A lot of Pakistani girls cheating on their husbands.
Everyone was always cheating and now we just know about it?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think in our parents' generation, everyone was cheating? It's kind of like there's so many other movements.
Maybe I'm from Kashmir, we're a bit different. We're just like, we don't know what cheating is. Okay. It's very like a rural environment.
You guys are in the mountains.
Yeah, I just think it's very common amongst the women now more than ever before.
Why?
I think here's what it is in the typical Pakistani boy in London. He goes to work, comes back, as long as you're nice to his mum and food is ready and he has shisha on the weekends, he's pretty happy. He doesn't have that kind of pleasure-seeking side to him as much.
Yeah.
They're just not built like that. And they have very simple requests and they live as very simple. They have simple mentality. Be nice to my mom, have food, let's go for shisha. And maybe they'll play a few video games here and there. They're simple people. What's happening is the women are becoming more and more feminist and they're thinking, I don't want to be nice to your mom and I don't want to cook you food and I don't want to do that. And so what's happening is they're seeking relationships outside of the marriage.
But do you think, but what are they getting from these relationships outside of the marriage? Because they still have to come home and be nice to his mom or deal with the mom.
What it is the validation of they can get a guy from a different culture. That means a lot to Pakistani women. Pakistani women usually grew up, especially when they're younger in the UK, with some level of racism. The white guy wouldn't be interested in you or whatever it is. So now that social media has made every kind of ethnicity desirable, when they get a guy, an English guy interested, or if they get a black guy interested, or if they get a Hispanic guy interested, even if he's not offering anything to her, she's overexcited by it.
There's this saying, and I think it's and you can tell me right.
Yeah.
Cheating comes generationally. I don't want to say genetic, but if your parents cheated, you cheat.
Yeah, I posted about that today and I got a lot of backlash.
Is it true?
Absolutely.
Boys and girls both.
Boys and girls both. Here's what it does. Cheating, firstly, it gets normalized. And so you see it as a natural consequence of being with someone for too long.
Emotional or physical?
Both. Yeah, both forms of cheating.
Emotional, I feel like there's a gray line. You could even say me saying hi to a guy with two eyes and exclamation
point. Here's the thing. Here's what cheating is. There's secrecy involved and some sexual energy. If there's no secrecy, even if there's sexual energy, it's not cheating. There's some people that have threesomes and stuff. Yeah, there's no secrecy involved. But if there's secrecy and sexual energy, it's cheating.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if we define it based on that, then we know what cheating is. And then I think that it's becoming very, very common amongst our community.
And so girls. Is there,
and the decline in religion as well.
Can you move on from cheating in a relationship?
Yes, you can.
Or would you advise cut the ties?
I would advise men and women differently.
Okay.
What I find men who forgive cheating, because it's so emasculating for them, they find it so emasculating, they start to resent themselves. They start to be angry.
Not at the spouse, at themselves.
Themselves, because they don't have the strength to leave.
Interesting.
Usually what happens is they get so angry at themselves, they start thinking that they are less of a man. They start thinking if their friends knew, what would they think? And what happens is they have all this anger and resentment, and it comes out in the form of abuse towards the woman or towards themselves.
Verbal and physical?
Verbal and physical. So it will turn into controlling behavior. It will turn into insults. It will turn into, could be physical. Men don't know how to process emotions, so they process it physically.
Okay.
And so through anger is really the deep root of anger is probably some form of depression. So it does something to them that's not good for them. For women, we have so much social support when we've been cheated on. We can talk to a friend who's been through the same thing. We can talk to our mom. We don't feel less of a woman in a sense. We just think he's a bit of an idiot. Whereas a man starts to think, I'm not a man if she's done this.